Here's some fairly odd facts about everybody's favorite fairy godfather, Cosmo. Fact number 1, Cosmo wasn't even supposed to be in the Fairly Odd Parents. When I originally conceived the show, it was just going to be Timmy Turner and his fairy godmother, this fairy godmother named Venus. It was supposed to be like a boy's version of Cinderella, where he made wishes and his fairy godmother would grant him, his wishes. But I had never seen a fairy godfather before, so I drew this fairy godfather, and I thought it was so funny that I decided to keep him in the show. And that is where Cosmo came from. Fact number 2, Cosmo was actually named after a character on Seinfeld. When I was creating the Fairly Odd Parents in 1997, they had just introduced an episode on Seinfeld where they revealed the character of Kramer had a first name. They never revealed his first name before, but Kramer's first name was suddenly revealed to be Cosmo. That was really funny. Plus, I also worked with a gentleman at Hanna-Barbera when I was coming up with the show, and his name was Cosmo as well. So I had a Cosmo I was working with and a Cosmo on TV. Such a funny name, I had to name my character Cosmo. Fact number 3, I originally modeled the voice of Cosmo after the amazing Saturday Night Live actor Phil Hartman. Yes, no relation to me. I can't say I'm related to Phil Hartman, but I love his style. I always loved him on The Simpsons. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such spin-offs as Son of Sanford and Son and After Mannix. I just love Phil Hartman. So I thought, hey, let's make this character modeled after Phil Hartman, kind of a game show host. So Darren Norris, who does the voice of Cosmo, came in and did a perfect Phil Hartman sort of a takeoff. But as the show kept going and we got to develop the show, he kind of went from a guy like this to a guy like this who was a total moron, and his voice got really high. And so Darren just ran with it. And Darren Norris is so talented. How could you miss with a voice like that? Fact number 4, Cosmo's parents have really never been revealed. Well, his mother was revealed. Mama Cosmo was in the first few episodes of The Fairly Odd Parents, and we had her make appearances through the show. We saw Cosmo's father in, I believe, one episode, but never introduced him. So we really don't know who Cosmo's father is. Who do you think Cosmo's father should have been? Fact number 5, Cosmo had a brother on The Fairly Odd Parents. That's right, and his name was Schnozmo, because he had a giant schnoz, giant nose. And we hired the incredible voice talents of Dana Carvey from Saturday Night Live to do Schnozmo. And Schnozmo, we love that character. I wish we could have brought him back more often, but Schnozmo was done so well by Dana. So when Dana came in to do the voice, he never stopped doing impressions. Like, I never really got to hear Dana Carvey's actual voice because he was impersonating so many people during the session that I was just like, okay, let's just run with this. But Dana Carvey did such a great job as Schnozmo. We were so excited to have him on there. And that's a few fun facts about everybody's favorite fairy godfather, Cosmo. What other facts about Cosmo do you want to hear? What other characters you want me to go into detail about? Let me know.